Amor, mano, igreja. Ok. Pois é. Ok. Attento che cade. Oh, devo andare giù.
I had not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
Ciao.
Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after. It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
Amore, non capisco niente. Casino. Devo solo avanzare, no?
Two odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened. And that's what would have happened if I turned the left switch. But since I am here telling this story, you already know that I pulled the right one.
Vai, vai. Ma che ansia.
Buckets, barrels, butter churns, and beds were jammed into every nook and cranny of that cave. It all seemed so familiar. Buckets, barrels, butter churns, and beds were jammed into every nook and cranny of that cave. It all seemed so familiar. Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the covers.
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind. Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth and claws was...
Fabled mirror!
Oh, so you remember this part of the story?
Well, dragons aren't my favorite.
You want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to... My way to add a shinier hat to my collection. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum. What did you use to fix the broken switch?
No idea.
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
fece niente. Che devo fare?
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap.
Bravo.
Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Porco cane.
That's how I knew the dragon appreciated my good taste.
Casino. Devo fare qualcosa con il libro.
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
Amore, che devo... Ah, devo andare... Devo fare?
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
Ma che devo fare?
As I was saying, this was no time to take a nap.
Ma non puoi fare niente. Perché... Allora... Magari ho scordato qualcosa qua. Qua non posso venire. Strada chiusa. Ok. Allora. Ma adesso non posso prendere niente. Alla sinistra dove? C'è solo il letto e basta. Puoi dormire.
All right. I took a brief rest before I decided to adventure on with that very important treasure.
Scusa. E questo sveglia il drago.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used it to outsmart the trap. Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Non voglio vedere cosa gli fa il drago. Vieni qua. Cosa c'è?
And that's how I knew the dragon appreciated my good taste.
Grandpa. What did you use to fix the broken switch? What did you use to fix the broken switch?
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum. As I was saying, this was no time to take a nap.
Sicuramente qua nei libri. Cos'è che ci dice qua nei libri? Ascolta, amore.
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though. Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
E non capisco cosa fa questa freccia che c'è qui. La roccia non mi fa andare dove c'è la roccia.
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
Ok, va bene.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap. Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Non ti fa uscire.
Luckily, that half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
What did you use to...
Hai visto che bravo che sono? Grazie amore. Thank you.
The dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall. This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures. This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures. After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if Amira was my only friend.
Controllo tutto. Ho capito. No, 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 no. Mamma mia.
Wait a minute.
Che cavolo. Non salta. Non bisogna saltare. Allora.
Wait a minute.
Allora, ci deve essere un altro mezzo. Cosa devo fare? Non ho lasciato niente qua. Qualche bastone che mi serve o qualcosa. Aspetta. Devo fare? Ma ora secondo te cosa devo fare? Ma che... Ah, Letz. Ah, che stupido sono. Ma ci ho pensato. Okay.
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
Che sto facendo? Non sto uscendo. Piano, piano, piano. Ah, così non è svelto il drago? No, non ci credo.
The mirror called out to me.
Questo lo sveglia.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Ma che cavolo? Siamo amore. Sta mangiando, guarda. Ah, aspetta. Oh, oh! Che è successo?
Grandpa!
Dragon Petite.
L'ho mangiato. Non sono io, amore. È il vecchietto. Mangia. Non so. Allora. Casino. Tu hai già capito per curiosità?
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Ah, ho capito. Aspetta. Capito. Non ho capito niente.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Ok, non sto capendo. Allora. No, mi sta venendo mal di testa. Allora, stremando di là. No, lascia. Ci sarà una soluzione. No, va, 30 anni che stiamo aspettando. Ah, ho capito. Vai. Aspetta, amore. capito, ho capito. Vai, vai, vai. Prendi lo specchio. Veloce. Muoviti. Adesso ti ammazzo. Bravo, scemo. Che ansia. Che ansia. Bravo, bravo. La mira è quella forte. No, 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 no. Amore, non è facile. No, perché ha sparato? Ha sparato da solo. Scusa. Dai. Non miro neanche. Non miro neanche io. Porca miseria. Vai, 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 vai. Oh, ma che ansia. Questa parte è stata divertente, ma l'unica parte bella del gioco.
With a magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of the Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
Ma bravo.
split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Cosa devo fare? Ah. E via.
And my arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there is so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything. Like, why did you set the dragon free, even though he was trying to eat you?
I set him free because, well, over the years I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be. He was just a caged animal that was never shown any kindness. On that day, I forgave the dragon for his atrocious past.
You have such a bizarre way of making friends, Grandpa. I guess I do too. I'm known as Gwendolyn the Popular back home, but only to my stuffed bunnies.
I've always found it best to pursue friends where I can, though they don't always feel the same about me.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
Sto leggendo sotto. Casino. Sì. Guarda quante cose ha affrontato.
Well, hello, cousin.
Guard!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could, and I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast that he set free. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before, or he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win, and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope. No junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now, let's talk about far more important issues. Like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of...
Amore, cosa hai detto? Cos'è che le hai chiesto? Aiuto. Mi senti?
Treating my opponents with respect. You'll be surprised what opens up to you. A lovely fellow once told me the fastest way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I'd seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Well, Triumph, this looks as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
Sì, è bello, guarda. È anche divertente, un pochino.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcomed the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization. Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
Ok. Dove vado? Non so dove andare. Vai di qua. Cos'è?
Hey! Over here!
I could have sworn the parade of hopeful knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with triumph. It seemed my first few minutes in Daventry were off to a terrible start.
So, how did you catch up with them?
That odd horn seemed to be missing some sort of mouthpiece. The horn was broken, but that didn't stop me from blowing on it.
Prendo l'autostrada. Meno male, pensavo fosse un... mi facesse scegliere.
Grandpa! You can't leave Triumph.
Don't worry, Triumph can fend for himself. We've been through our share of sticky situations, but he always comes around when I need him most. After all that graceful rappelling, I was certainly not headed back that way.
Ma che cavolo?
As I was saying, I followed the road to the east and headed to the night tournament.
Non mi fa andare là, mi fa tornare indietro. Che non va nelle stradine. Quale, amore? Ho provato ad andare nella strada su, mi fa tornare giù. Qua dici? O torno indietro dove c'era il corno? Dove c'era il fiume? E non so cosa fare, amore. Ah, questa non l'ho vista. Queste stradine dicevi. Scusa, amore.
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest.
La discesa del 5 Terre, amore.
That wheel seemed freshly broken.
dirty thieves! Wah! Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... No! What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forage the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients. Ah, here it is. I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've mulled it over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material. Hey.
Huh?
I knew you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait. You're stuck here with me. Every bridge in is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say, I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yep, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for me?
Cosa gli rispondo? Nope.
Nope.
Perhaps there was a wheel on the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
Torno nella sardina dietro.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns. Just a little oop here, a little elbow grease there, and nonsense.
Va bene, amore. La ruota non posso prendere. Magari devo riparare.
The wheel was very broken. I would have to find another solution. The wheel was very broken. I would have to find another solution.
Non ho ricontrollato.
The wheel was very broken. I would have to find another solution.
Non va. Questa Sì, ma è la strada da dove sono sceso io.
Realizing a lot of people probably put their mouth on that horn, I was disgusted. I slowly backed away and never blew that horn again.
Cosa faccio adesso? Non so. No, non c'era un'altra strada. Cioè, sono arrivato qua. C'era... Questa è la strada da dove sono arrivato. Poi c'è questa, dove c'è il fiume. E la strada di prima dove non mi faceva salire. Riprovo questa strada.
East.
Non va.
Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
Sono parte. Ritorno là perché qua è tutto chiuso. Hai sonno, amore? Dormiamo? Sì. Ok, spengo la play. Disconnect. Va bene. Ti amo.